This is the MRA Activist Podcast, episode 211, where we focus on relationships, sports, pop culture, and politics from a managed point of view. First of all, we want to thank our listeners, our new ones, our OGs. Thank you for hanging with the fellas.
What up?
On today's show, the Queen has passed.
Oh man, first Biggie, now Kim. Puffy, the only one left, dog.
We have a Dear Erby from a man who wants to know if he should sign off on his wife moving in her girlfriend and starting a throuple.
So you can have two people nagging on you?
Exactly, dog. Neo's soon-to-be ex-wife wants spousal support, and Lamar Jackson turned down $250 million. Is that a good idea? Find all that out and more right now. This is the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal, where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. I am Kyle.
I am Kamal.
And we're helping you to understand the man you love. Let's get to the news, Kamal.
Come on, man. Let's get into it right now.
As we all know by now, Queen Elizabeth passed away at the age of 96, Kamal.
It's a terrible thing. So sad.
Witnesses heard her son crying and then playing the theme to Charles in Charge.
Any day now, mama. Any day now. Come on now.
Yeah, damn, you're 96.
Yeah.
How much longer do I got to wait to be king?
I know, right? That Simba song. I can't wait.
Yeah, for real.
Dude, I never liked that song.
To be
Yeah,
king?
basically
Speaking
singing
of that, I
about
got
waiting
that
for his
shirt
daddy to die. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
His Simba wasn't shit.
That's what Simba meant. Oh, yeah, man. We give Simba way too much love. This is a kid waiting for his father to die.
No, not just waiting for it. I can't wait for my pops to die so I can get that shit singing about it. Got a big number and all that. Got his boys with him, singing with him. Like, man, fuck Simba. Yo,
Very
some Rhode
funny.
Island teen boys took down a creepy middle school teacher who preyed on female classmates. They set him up, got him
Wow.
arrested.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
young
man.
man.
Yep, and the female classmates were grateful for the boys' actions, but they still only see him as friends.
Man, that is
Jacking off
funny.
again.
Dang, man.
Friday night.
Yeah, man, that sucks. Yeah, oh well, man. Giselle and Tom Brady are rumored to be having problems right now, Kamal.
Ah, it's awful.
Yeah, man. But she put those rumors to bed by tweeting Sunday night, "Let's go Brady," which is really nice, man. Unless she meant it like, "Let's go Brandon." Let's go Brady. I don't know. She's being nice.
I don't know. Yeah, she's not smiling when she's saying it.
She's not. No.
Yo, man, Burger King has a new plan to make the people fall in love with the Whopper again.
Really?
Yep. And that plan is sell it in McDonald's.
That's a good plan right there.
The only way.
I got an idea. How about 99-cent Whopper, man? That definitely made me fall in love with the Whopper the first time.
Oh, yeah, back in the day, the 99-cent Whopper.
Yeah. I used to love it, man. I used to knock
They're not
out
doing
3
that
of
shit
them.
again. Them motherfuckers like $8.
Nah.
Actually, when I was doing
Yeah, for
research,
real.
you come up with these jokes. I saw Burger King Whopper. I went to Burger King today. That shit like $8.99.
Shut up, dude.
Yeah, Whopper is ridiculously priced.
Oh, fuck that shit. Hey, man, that's some bullshit. Hey, man, I was talking earlier about Giselle, man. When asked why she tweeted support but did not show up to the game, Kamal, she said she normally does, but right now my husband and I are going through things, and I am a model, not an actress. So I guess she couldn't hide that look on her face, man.
Not front, no.
Nah, man. You could tell this couple's not having sex anymore, Kamal.
Why is that?
Because normally coochie power alone will make a man do whatever his lady wants. But this suggests that Giselle has no sex this season. 0. None.
No.
Not good.
None whatsoever. Couldn't get that man to do
None.
whatever. Nah. Yo, check this shit out. It's crazy shit I heard.
Can't
Ever.
get him in the bedroom.
A Brazilian lady gives birth to twins with different dads after having sex with 2 men in one night.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. That's some wild shit. And that is something that she will never tell her children. Never.
Hell no, she ain't gonna tell the kids that. That's funny, man.
Never.
That's funny, man. Nah. We just going to pick a daddy and get to line.
Pick one.
Yeah.
Yeah, rock, paper,
sometimes they look
scissors.
different.
Yeah, loser is daddy.
Hilarious. Oh my God, you on the road. Dak Prescott got hurt again, Kamal.
I saw that, man. I was watching the game live.
I feel bad for the man because he spends more time at the hospital than Tom Brady does at home. It's all bad, dog. This guy's just never.
Another dig at Tommy. Yo, an Alabama black man was arrested while watering his neighbor's flowers.
Really? Arrested?
Arrested, right. And before people scream out racism, it's worth noting that the man used his dick to water. I'm sorry.
That's funny. That's fucking funny. That's one of those I wish I would have thought of those. Well, that's what he said. His neighbor said he was pissing on my flowers.
Well, I'm just watering the flowers.
Hey, man, Stephen A. Smith suggested that the Cowboys take a look at Colin Kaepernick now that Dak is hurt, man. To which Jerry Jones said, I've seen him before. I don't need to take another look. I know what he looks like.
I know
Yeah,
exactly
we're good.
what that man looks like.
Yeah, I can describe him. I can draw him for you and everything.
Yeah. More importantly, I know what his completion percentage looks like as well.
Yeah, I've seen that too. That's horrible, yeah.
Yeah, man. In an interview with People, Hillary Clinton revealed what she thought when she first heard lyrics to WAP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she said, that's weird. WAP is what Bill used to call Chelsea's first nanny.
Man, that's horrible, man.
I wonder why he called her WAP.
Why do you always say, where's the Whoppy? I thought he meant the 99 cent Whopper. What's going on over there?
Oh, shit.
Hey, man, finally for me, Kamal, the Patriots lost their season opener in Miami. They got smacked 20-7, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man. At one point in the game, Mike Tyson can be seen in Robert Kraft's luxury box. And Tyson was mouthing the words, nah, man, I don't think I can play linebacker. Stop asking me, dog.
Mike old ass probably get knocked out.
Yeah.
All right. Yo, finally, Kelly Ripa once passed out during sex with her husband, Mark Consuelos, and woke up in the emergency room due to a pair of ovarian cysts.
Oh.
Yeah. Upon hearing this, Bill Cosby said, damn, why did I think of that one?
Damn, it's the ovarian cysts. The ovarian cyst defense.
I could have said they might have had ovarian cysts. That's a good
would
one.
have been okay, dog. When we come back, man, we got some feedback. Then we have a post nut from a guy who went to see an old flame. How did it go? Kamal and I will tell you next. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, what's up, guys? I sure hope you're enjoying the show. If you like it, I invite you to go to our website, themrapodcast.com, and catch up on over 100 episodes that we have in store for you.
You ain't working. You might as well check us out.
And if you want some more, go over to The World According to Cheryl and check me out on Cheryl Underwood's podcast. We post content there every single day. We have her normal radio show labeled SUR, and then the Cheryl Underwood podcast, where we get in her personal business every Friday. Then on the weekends, we have the specialty shows that range from Late Night Cupcake into Auntie Cheryl's House Party to our gospel show, Spiritual Nourishment.
You gotta check out The World According to Cheryl, even though I ain't on it.
We got some feedback, Hobie.
Do we now?
Yeah, Kareem Gates, your guy, my guy, Eisenhower
my
High School
boy.
and House. So I think he might have went to Rialto. Did he go to Eisenhower or Rialto?
With the Ike, man. That's my boy.
Okay, cool. I mean, wasn't sure, man. Kareem Gates, agree with you, saying that dads can't pop it off if they're not doing the heavy lifting. And he said it's very, very, very heavy. That was you, Kamal, last week when you were talking about, if you don't talk shit, fellas, if you ain't doing heavy lifting being a father.
No.
Speaking of fathers, my mother, the opposite of my father, says two things. One, thanks for giving UCLA props for having black quarterbacks for decades. My mom and dad, they met at UCLA. So my mom graduated from there. Two, and my dad graduated from UCR. I wasn't throwing shade. Two, explore implications of when the side piece is in line to be the queen. Oh, Queen Consort Camilla. And my sister said, no way her son is sitting on a grown man's lap. When we come back, man, we have a post-nut from a guy who went to see an old flame. Kamal, you know we don't recommend that around here. How did it go? Kamal and I are going to let you know. It's the MRA Podcast. According to Webster's dictionary, being in post-nut mode is when you have a clear mind and you can make sound decisions as if you just busted a nut.
Yeah, I don't know if Webster actually said that.
No, he didn't. But our listener, Big Easy Q, told us all about it, and we can relate. Women, men. So listen, if you have a story of when you did something foolish.
In pre-nut mode.
Yeah, something really dumb. Maybe it was top crime, especially something in pre-nut mode you don't want nobody to know about. Hit us up, and we'll tell the world. We can all laugh at your expense, and hopefully you'll learn from your mistakes.
Aristotle once said, the results of pre-nut mode is the best teacher. I think he said some shit like that.
Send us your stories at Dear Erby at the MRApodcast.com. That's Dear Erby at the MRApodcast.com. And now it's time for a post-nut mode story, only on the MRA Podcast. All right, Kamal, this one is from Raymond in Ithaca, New York. Ithaca, New York. I think that's up north, not sure.
Yeah, I think it is.
My girl dumped me for another guy. Oh, sorry, man. We were a long-distance relationship, and she said we were mostly physical, but the local dude she used to be with was more of a family connection, so she went with him. I feel like we've heard the family connection guy getting the woman.
Family Guy gets in there a lot, I see.
He does, man. That's the move, Family Guy, man. I'm telling you.
I don't like
get in with the family.
I don't like the family. I don't like. That's not my move.
That's not my move either, man. But I think if you're, I'm about to diss the dude. If you're scraping to hold on, you figuring out, ladies, y'all been doing that shit since the beginning of time, going through the family. Get in with moms, get in with sis if you can, because you know that they have a vote. And I guess some dudes do the same thing. All right, so she went with the local dude. Something told me she would be back, but I never knew when. Sure enough, she FaceTimes me while I'm at my son's basketball game. Damn, that feels like a flag on the play, come out. Just an uncalled for.
Well, she don't know it's, she don't know it's I would say flag on the play if he answered.
Okay, well, let's keep reading, man. She tells me she's in Atlantic City and wants to see me. I knew her and that other guy wouldn't last. I have been listening for a while, so I know y'all will kill me for this, you think? But I couldn't help it. I know she's no good for me, but the heart wants what the heart wants. I hate that phrase. Seeing her face made me, that would be, I don't know if it was through the FaceTime, but I think so, Cabal.
Yeah.
Maybe putting in her hands all over again. I got my baby mama to take. Yep, that was at the game. I got my baby mama to take my son home, and I drove 4 hours to see her. Oh, my God. The sex was great, but afterwards she said I could not stay because her boyfriend would be flying in later that night. I guess she might be having twins, Cabal. I didn't realize they were still together. Raymond in Ithaca, New York. Come on. What in the hell? You lose your finish. What's going on with Raymond, dog? Help him.
Man, I mean, unless he really thought he was back in there, I think he made a clean getaway. He got in, got out before, boyfriend made it to town. I mean, now he assumed it was all good. Mm-hmm. Especially when he's got I don't know if the baby mom is his girl and all that stuff with the kid. I don't know if that's a new type of family. But him driving 4 hours, the thirst was real. But
thirst was real, baby.
It was real. But I'm glad he closed the deal. And it's a good thing, man, that she was still with dude because the guy seems to be truly, truly infatuated. Like she said, it was physical. I think I think it really is physical for this guy, man. He's like, you ever had that girl, man? You see her, it's like, oh my gosh, she can get me pretty much, dude.
Yeah, anything.
Right.
Yeah, something about Mary. Mary from Something About Mary.
Yeah, I can't be around them too much.
Who, Mary's?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Why, dude? Why?
Because I do dumb shit.
Yeah, man. Isn't that funny, man? They have no idea. Ladies, you have no idea. Maybe you do. Yeah, ladies, you do dumb shit when you're in love. But for us, it don't even have to be in love. It's just certain women, based on how they look, they just have a control over you, and you giggling more than normal. It's just like, I'm with you, Kamal. It's like if I feel that feeling, I want to move away. Like, get me away from this girl because I can't have an objective conversation. I'm not. What do I have? Morals and standards with this woman? No, I'm going to lose. We can't have any debates. I'm going to lose every time. So I try to distance myself from that.
Yeah.
We come back, man. The queen is dead. Some people are happy about it. Some people are very, very upset. Where do Kamal and I stand? You'll find out next. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey guys, if you're digging the show, then please tell somebody. People might say something to you like, hey man, you know what podcast you listening to? And that's when you say the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal.
Or the MRA Podcast with Kamal and Kyle.
Kamal, when the queen passed away, the first thing I thought was, man, that's sad. I remember the queen. My most vivid memory of the queen is from The Naked Gun. She wasn't in it, but a woman looked just like her. And so for some reason, there was a plot to kill the queen, and Reggie Jackson was involved in this plot to kill the queen. I don't know if he played for the Angels or the Yankees, but it was at Angel Stadium. It was Angel Stadium.
It was actually Dodger Stadium, but
it was Dodger Stadium. You're right, but it was supposed to be an Angels game, and it was I must kill the queen. And then Enrico Palazzo. I mean, if you know the movie, you laugh right now. If you don't know the movie, I'm not going to try to explain it, man. One of the greatest movies of all time, man. When you think of the Queen, Kamal, what comes to mind for you, dog?
I don't know, man. I mean, obviously, she's 97 years old, so our entire
96,
lives.
player.
Huh?
She's 96 or 97?
I don't know. Whatever the fuck.
Whatever
it was, our entire lives.
And our parents.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. Yeah.
Entire lives, our parents, she's been the queen. And so it's pretty much.
Almost like Coach K, you know,
at Duke,
motherfucker. He been a Duke my whole life, my mama's life. Like everybody, that's just the coach of Duke.
Yeah, and so it's like you just it becomes like just something that you're a part of, and so that's a part of you, right? And so I didn't really think about the Queen, man. Obviously, I'm not British, so I don't have like that connection to her. So. Anytime somebody gets over 80 years old, I'm like kind of like not surprised when they die. I'm actually surprised they last this long. So it's like it doesn't hurt. It doesn't make me feel sad. It's like, damn, you made it that far.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I mean, especially if it's not your relative.
No.
Yeah, it's a lot easier when it's not your relative. Come on.
No, I mean, but honestly, though, even, my grandfather, I think he made it to like 94, 95. I think every phone call I got from my, somebody in my family after 90, it was like, am I getting bad news?
Gotcha.
It's shit, man, you made it past like the shelf life. You get to 90 and 96, you truly playing with house money.
Oh yeah, you killing it, man.
Killing the game. So it's like eventually, man. That shit, it's coming.
So a Carnegie Mellon professor named, I think it's Uju Anya, Nigerian American language professor. She tweeted Thursday that the chief monarch of a thieving, raping, genocidal empire is finally dying. May her pain be excruciating. Now I was like, damn. A couple things came to mind, man. Thought, ooh. Well, let me just stay here, so I don't get, these videos tend to live forever. Let me say it like this, man. It gave me a different perspective. It gave me pause because it's like for one group, it's like when America gets into beef with another country, we call that country the bad guys. But to them, we're the bad guys,
right? And
so. If you love the Queen and long live the Queen, yeah, she's great. But you don't think about the people that she might have been helping or, conquering. What do they call that? What's the word they use? Colonizing. Yes.
My only thing about that is, and this is my ignorance. Okay. I do know that, she's more symbolic than anything. She's not a ruler, right? No, and they have like parliament and they have a prime minister and stuff like that. Excuse me. And so it's like, I know she didn't start the colonizations, right? She didn't start the colonizing. And I know she wasn't around when a lot of them start falling. I mean, she was around, but I don't know if she had the power. I don't know if she had the power to stop any of this stuff. So I think she's more of a figure of that monarchy, but honestly, I don't think it was in good taste because she's been, she's 96 years old. You could have said all of that shit on her 80th birthday, 75th birthday. 90th birthday.
Yeah.
It's like I hate when people wait till somebody dies to just take shots. It's like motherfucker been around a long time.
Yeah.
To catch all of that. It's just so many people mourning. It's like just you don't have you don't have to say shit today.
Like when Ari Shaffir went in on Kobe the day he passed, it goes both ways. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, we don't want anybody from our side, your side, this side, that side.
You don't gotta say nothing, man. Like you had ample opportunity.
Yeah, it's unnecessary
to go in on Kobe when he retired. When he won his MVP, when he all of that shit. You had ample amount of time where people were celebrating Kobe. Why you wait till he's in mourning?
Yeah. Even if something happens to ex-President Trump, man, I just let his family deal with that, man. I mean, send him his shots now. But if he dies tomorrow,
I won't say shit, but I'm definitely buying some tap shoes.
Hey, man, when we come back, man, Neo's soon-to-be ex-wife wants spousal support. Are we down for that? Is he down for that? We'll let you know next. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey guys and gals, if you're enjoying the show, let someone know. Whatever app you're listening on, please subscribe, give us 5 stars, and leave a positive comment.
And why wouldn't you give us 5 stars and a positive comment? We're great.
Yes, we are. This helps our placement so that other people can enjoy the show as well.
And why wouldn't they? We're great.
All right, Kamal, you sent me this, man. Neo's ex-wife is asking for spousal support. She's filing for divorce because she accused Neo of cheating with women who sell their body. Kamal, how could a man? Why would a man have sex with a woman who sells her body? That's disgusting. Why? Well, ladies, as we say on this podcast, we're going to explain men for you. You got a good woman at home. Why would you be with a woman that sells her body? Probably because he just wants to hit that. He was looking play, but you got a wife. Why would you? He probably wanted to have sex with somebody else. So he went with a woman who led with sex. It's not your fault, wifey. I don't know. I want to say it's never. I won't say never. It's not usually a woman's fault if a man cheats. If a man cheats, it's probably because he's just not monogamous. Women usually cheat for reasons and shit. So they think a guy is cheating for reason, and he just could be cheating for the simple fact that he wanted variety. So wifey said, enough is enough. I'm out of here. And she wants spousal support. But Neo said, do me a favor. Get a job. I love that phrase, get a job. Kamal, how you feel about this, bruh? What would you think about when you sent it?
I thought that was just some cold-blooded shit, I thought it was some hard gangster shit from Neo, like, get a job. Now, obviously, it sounds good. I seriously doubt the judge is going to make her get the job. But yes. I like the fact that he's like, because a lot of people with the accusation she's lobbing, and she's going public, hitting them with social media and all of that stuff and all of that. People say, hey, will you guys get back together? She's like, absolutely not. She's low-key clowning the dude in public. And a lot of guys, especially public figures, guys who are, financially secure, would just be like, whatever she wants, just this clean break. It's the mother of my children. Yeah. But Neo's like, nah, I'm fighting this one. You want spousal support? I ain't the one who want to get a divorce.
That's how I feel, honestly. Like, if you file, you don't get to get the spousal support. And here's the problem, though.
What's up?
And there's always got to be a loophole. So it's like you got to be able to prove domestic abuse. And so what they'll do is they'll start saying, well, it wasn't physical abuse, but it was emotional abuse. And then they'll start trumping up all these fucking charges. This is just all hypothetical. If you could tell her, hey, because that's how I feel. It's like, wait a minute. You insisted that we get married. You was the one that said, I ain't just, you shit or get off the pot. So, all right, he proposed, right? And, he was like, what I'm saying? He was like, which, was probably wrong. So I said probably, based on their agreement.
His defense,
fellas,
though. Hold on, Kyle.
Go ahead, dog. Come on.
He is Neo.
He is Neo.
And his defense.
What does that mean?
So if he got caught with 3, it could have easily been 400.
Here's the thing that bothers me, though, man. And I know the music is to sell, but I actually was a fan of Neo's when he first came out, man. I love that to the left joint he wrote for Beyonce. I love that Marcus Houston joint he wrote. God, what the hell is that song called he did for Marcus? Oh, That Girl. I'm pretty sure. Did Neo write that? I think that might be R. Kelly. Sorry. Anyway, Neo wrote some shit for Marcus Houston. I got to think about what it is. My point is, Neo's pen game is phenomenal. That first album is phenomenal. But I remember he had a song, I Don't Get Down Like That. And he might have changed, but I doubt it. And he basically says he don't ever cheat on his girl. That's the premise of the song. I don't cheat on my girl. And so when I hear that guys like that actually cheat on your girl, I'm like, dog, you know my girl was listening to that song when she told me I wasn't shit for cheating. Nigga, why you make that song? You could, but it's like entertainment purposes only, and just like romantic comedy. A lot of time, ladies, y'all don't realize this shit. It's what you want to hear. Yeah, man, I agree with Neo, man. If you want to leave, then then get a job, or let's stay and work it out. But no, I'm not. I never thought it was fair that you can get. But women, they need security, financial. Men tend to need sex. And Chris Rock did a great job about it. Okay, I got to pay you money, but I'm gonna need those pussy payments. It's just frustrating that they get the reason. One of the primary reasons for being married is financial security. They get to have that to go. They don't have to stay and work on it. They get to just take the money and go. I was never a fan of that, Kamal.
No, I mean, it's not cool, but unfortunately, they got a kid. I think, Neo's going to have to pay up, but he's fighting it, so he's not getting, they're not taking him to the cleaners. But I like the fact that he was just like, nah. And I think his people probably know, his lawyer's like, you're going to have to pay something, but.
Come on, I know a guy. My mom was telling me about a guy that I know that is getting spousal support. A man getting it. I know, it's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
But she said it's temporary. He only gets it for a certain amount of time. And all I could think was, when they start making it temporary? Because I always hear these stories of the dude got to pay the woman until she get married again.
And they going to make sure they never get married.
Yeah, of course. but my dude the boss was telling you about, he got a temporary. I mean, it should all be temporary. It should never just be indefinite. That's some fucking bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, especially back in the day. I think it's getting better. But back in the day, man, it used to be, you was a rich man and you had some ex-wives, man. That was your paycheck. That was whatever you was making. I know old famous comedians and shit like that. The guy from Laurel and Hardy, the Stan Laurel, had 2 ex-wives, maybe 3. But that motherfucker was working well into his 70s, 80s, where he should have been retired because he had ex-wives. It was
that's horrible.
Damn. Johnny Carson had to pay his so I know back in the day it used to be much worse. And so now I think the judges are getting a little bit more fair as they can be, but it's still lopsided.
They're getting more fair because women are having to pay now. So as soon as the more white women have to pay alimony, the more they're going to say, this isn't fair. Oh, really? It's funny how you say that. You don't say. We come back, man. Lamar Jackson turned down $250 million. What do we think of that? We'll tell you next. It's the MRA Podcast. You listen to us, but Kamal and I want you to know that we listen to you too.
Even if we don't always respond to your tweets in a timely manner.
I love how you say we, man. So if you have some feedback, maybe you agree.
Maybe you disagree.
Or maybe you just want to tell us how much you love the show, or that you want to testify about how we specifically helped you out. Or maybe you just want to tell Kamal how he was right or wrong.
But mostly right.
Whatever you want to tell us, hit us on our social. I'm at Kyle Erby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Hit us up and you just might hear your comment on the air.
Promise. We'll be gentle.
All right, Kamal, big story in the NFL right now, man. My guy, Lamar Jackson, is representing himself. And some people are thinking that that's a bad idea that he represents himself because he is in the midst of a contract renegotiation. This is the last year of his rookie deal. And he wants a new deal. And he said, y'all got till Friday. And word is the Ravens gave him an offer. A 5-year extension worth over $250 million with $133 million guaranteed. Jackson's going to make $23 million this season and will become a free agent in March. Kamal, you predicted this, man. You said it first. The Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson's deal is causing a ripple effect because sources told ESPN that Lamar wants a fully guaranteed deal. The Ravens' offer of $133 million guaranteed wasn't enough. He wants $200 million, $250. He wants it all guaranteed. Now, my question for you, Kamal. Dak Prescott got hurt on Sunday. He has one of those major mega deals that guarantees him money even if he's not playing. Does this injury mess it up for Lamar Jackson? What you say, dog?
I think Lamar's style of play, all that running messes it up for Lamar Jackson. Dak Prescott was just passing the ball, and his hand hit a helmet, opposing player's helmet. He's doing regular quarterback shit.
Yeah, he was. But he's still starting to get that injury-prone moniker. His last injury was from running.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what you saying, dog?
It's a tough one for Lamar, man. It's really tough. But in his defense, he's like, yo, man, they just guaranteed this dude who's probably played like in one playoff game, his contract. I go to the playoffs. I win a round or two. I was the league MVP. Like, my teams don't suck.
Yeah.
I'm balling. When I play, we win. All my shit should be guaranteed. And they're like, dude, they was tripping.
You're basing this on what the Cleveland Browns
Right.
did. We used to be the Cleveland Browns.
Right.
We made bad decisions when we were the Cleveland Browns. We left that city, moved to Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland, and now all of a sudden we're making good choices.
Dude.
If we paid you just because they did it, that's what's fucked up, man. Could you imagine, Kamal? And maybe somewhat men have to pay for decisions of what other men do.
Dude, I was going to
But
say,
wouldn't
it's
that
like on Facebook, you see like some dumbass family dude dressed like his whole family. You look at fucking Ronnie. He's like, man, Ronnie's a fucking sucker. Like, you can't judge. You can't compare me to this dude.
To Ronnie? Why you compare me to the dude that's in the Santa Claus pajamas with his family, man? I don't want to be him. You don't want to be with him.
No,
you said he was a limp dick dude.
That's exactly.
And now you want me to do what he's doing.
I can't
win.
That's exactly what Lamar is doing. What Cleveland's paying, and Cleveland's like, dude. I mean, Baltimore is like, that's
Cleveland's
dumb.
idiot.
Right. That was a dumb move.
Cleveland was being Cleveland in that moment.
Yeah.
What the hell you want me to do?
And Lamar wants them to do the dumb move with him because he feels he's better than Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
I'll say this, man.
And his stats are better.
And I don't think he's gonna get that. I don't think there's a team.
He shouldn't.
I think once Cleveland did that, I think he basically broke the mold. They're not doing that shit again.
No, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
That's one of those all-time bad contracts. It's gonna go down in history. There's a list of them already. I don't have them at the top of my head of contracts that everybody said they paid him what? Yeah, they can't unless this guy, Deshaun Watson, ends up winning a championship in Cleveland. One championship in Cleveland is the equivalent of 3 championships anywhere else. And you saw what happened when LeBron finally won one.
It's definitely the equivalent of 4 Super Bowls in Denver or something like that.
I knew you were gonna say
I'm
that
just
bullshit,
saying,
man. 4 Denver. How many y'all got total, by the way?
3.
Okay, so I don't think you should use that number 4. I think 3 is actually the number that I chose.
I'm sorry, I was including the one we're going to win this year, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
You're getting way ahead of yourself, man. Listen, man, I don't want to start talking football, man, because my quarterback looks like the worst quarterback in the AFC West right now, and so I'm very disappointed. AFC West got some really good quarterbacks, man. Number 1's got to be Patrick. Number 2 is old boy from Justin Herbert. He's baller. I'm putting him over your guy. Your guy's number 3, and then our guy's number 4. Now you probably think your guy's number 1.
I don't think
right?
I agree with was like number 4. That's the only thing I agree with.
The only thing I heard was, your guy's number 4. Yeah.
But hey, going back to your boy Watson. I'm sorry, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson, and this is very, very important for brother Lamar. Deshaun Watson got a bad contract.
Yes.
But guess what, Lamar? The man wasn't representing himself.
What's that got to do with anything?
He had an agent.
So?
His agent was able to kick the tires around and find somebody willing to pay that shit. Lamar Jackson is him and his mom. And I don't think they got the clout. You know, I think that's what...
Well, they could get it with other places. They can get a better deal elsewhere. They're not going to get that deal in Baltimore unless he just balls out.
I think an agent can get him a better deal. I don't know about the fully guarantee. I think Drew Rosenhaus can definitely get him and might be able to get him that fully guaranteed somewhere. You know,
somewhere maybe, but Baltimore is not giving. I don't care who the agent is. I don't care if it's Jerry Maguire. He ain't getting that damn fully $250 million guaranteed. That's just not going to happen, dog. I don't. That's why I'm like, yeah, he needs an agent. I think you need an agent more if you're not the top tier quarterback. If you're somewhere in the middle, please no Derek Carr jokes right now. If you're somewhere in the middle, you need an agent to get the best deal. But when you're Lamar Jackson and you're in position to, if you ball, you get paid. You don't ball, you don't get paid. Yeah, I don't believe you really need an agent on that, man. But it's all right if we disagree because you're usually right about these things, and I'll acknowledge it if you're right.
And you've been right as well with that fourth quarterback, so I acknowledge.
When we come back and we get into some whole shit, I'm listening to the whole shit right now, but I'm not here to call names on the air. Yeah. Then we have a Dear Erby from a man who wants to know if he should sign off on his wife moving her girlfriend and starting a throuple in their house. Wow. What should he do? Kamal and I are going to coach him up. It's the MRA Podcast. Guys, I have a comedy album. It's called Be a Man at All Times, and it's on, what's it on? Oh, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you stream your content.
It's a damn good comedy album.
I appreciate that, man. There's stand-up on there. Kamal and I wrote a whodunit mystery called The Case of the Missing Balls. That's on there.
Based on a true story.
Check out the album. Show your boy some support. And you can buy it on iTunes. Keyword buy it. Stop streaming. All right, Kamal, it's time for some ho shit. What you got, dog?
All right, man. Today, guilty of ho shit is your boy 50 Cent.
Oh, not 50, man.
Not like 50, man. And this might not this might not constitute as ho shit, but it's foul. It's foul.
Okay, that sounds like 50.
So, Lil' Kim did a feature on Megan Thee Stallion's song Plan B, the remix.
Okay.
And people thought she was taking shots at Nicki Minaj. And like the lyrics in question are, your father's a bitch, your brother's a bitch, keep acting like this, and your son gonna be a bitch. Right? And she, she's like, that's not towards Nicki. And the son of the father of Lil' Kim's child confirmed it's about him. And it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? My ex-girl's calling me a bitch and saying that, my brother's a bitch, and if I keep acting like a bitch, my son's gonna be a bitch.
Is the son's not with Lil' Kim, right?
Right, yes. Yeah, she's trying to say, like, baby, you keep acting like that, the dude your boy's gonna be a bitch too. Makes sense.
The boy they share?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
It makes sense. But a lot of people thought it was aimed at Nicki Minaj.
Now, her dad did something, right? Nicki Minaj's dad, refresh our memory.
Nicki Minaj, I think her husband was,
well, yeah. Her husband was like some rape shit back in the day, right?
I think he was like a sexual offender or something like that, or a sex offender, sexual offender.
Teen.
Yeah, he got convicted, or he had to plead guilty to like some sex crime.
As a teen or some shit.
Yeah, something like that. So 50 thought, like everybody else, or a lot of people thought that she was taking the shot at Nicki. And so 50 hopped on Instagram and was like, she says something about the baby. Her baby eye fucked up. It's like, okay. So if he's in defense of Nicki Minaj and saying...
Both from Queens, I'm pretty sure, right?
Huh?
They're both from Queens, right?
Yeah, I know 50 is. I don't know where Nicki's from.
Yeah, I think Nicki's from Queens.
If he's defending Nicki by saying, don't talk about her kid, who possibly being a bitch. And then he goes in on Kim's kid, the physical appearance of Kim's kid. I don't know if that's whole shit, but it's definitely foul, man. It's like
flag on the play, man.
Yeah, man. It's like 50 is like really juvenile to be, still talking about people's children like he's like 14. Man is middle age. He's a 45, 46-year-old man, and he still does shit like that. And it's like it's not cool, man. You know, it's like he thinks the shit's funny, and 50's got a huge fan base that they think everything he does is funny. But I'm like, man, when I read it, I'm like, the fuck, 50? So I don't know if it's whole shit.
I'm one of those fans that thinks everything he does is funny, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, including this. It's fucking hilarious, but it's also wrong. It's funny. This is almost funny laughing at 50. Like, it ain't funny to diss a kid. I'm laughing like, Fifth, what nigga? Come on, man. Have some rules, bro.
Yeah.
Like, have a boundary, dog. Not kids off limits. Can we just agree, man? Kids off limits, dog.
Fifth has no code.
No code.
He's got no code. I mean, you remember him going at Rick Ross and he paid like his baby mom to be in the porno? Like, he's got no code,
Dude,
man.
remember when 50 bought them seats to the Ja Rule concert so that it would be empty? That was hilarious. They sat in the seats. Sat in the empty seats.
Dude,
what an
he has
asshole,
beef with
man.
Young Buck, artist he signed. I mean, who signed? You know, he signed Young Buck, and he won't let Buck out of his contract and won't release any albums. So he's in perpetuity owes 50 an album that 50 has no plans on releasing and will not release him out of his contract. You still owe me a record.
My God.
What about this record? No, I don't like it. What about this one? No, I don't like it. Like, he's just holding this man hostage so he can't make bread. 50 has no code.
Oh, man, that's ridiculous. The dude is so ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Why am I laughing? I'm so sorry, y'all. Oh, my God. We come back, man. We get into our personal lives. Then we have a Dear Erby from a man who wants to know if he should sign off on his wife, moving her girlfriend in, and starting a throuple. What should he do? What would we do? Kamal and I got to coach him up. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey guys, what's up? If you're enjoying this show, do us a favor and donate to our Patreon.
Word.
Just go to www.patreon.com. That's Patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal.
Word.
It's that simple. Listen to the show, love the show, share the show, break the show off with some dough.
Bars.
Kamal Abdul-Jabbar, man. First of all, you got something, man, you want to talk about on the front page of your life?
Hey, man, my life this past week has been just like boring, man. Just smooth sailing.
Well, yeah, because your family came home.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just reminiscing on the good old
right.
days.
It's just, like I said, been smooth sailing. Nothing rocky, nothing exciting. Just, you know, as they say in The Wire, man, 50-degree day, man. Just nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got to tell you something, man. So went to my boy's game, youngest son's game last Friday. I told you he's back in Los Angeles playing football again. And, you know, I'm sure, man, the audience, the fans will say, why in the hell would you let your son transfer as a senior? Before his biggest last year playing high school football. Why would you let your son? Some of that is selfishness to get my boy back to Los Angeles. And some of that is just blindly thinking he'll be fine. There's no way they're going to keep him off the field. So I think this is week 3, and he hasn't started. He has not been getting a lot of time, but he plays outside linebacker, and now he's playing defensive end. But every time he goes in the game, it's an explosion. You know what I mean? Like when I would get in the game, it's because it was a blowout. But when he's in the game, he's going in and it's that was a joke, by the way. He's going in and you can see the explosion. Like you're a basketball guy, Kamal. So it don't take you long to tell when a guy can play.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm a football guy, just like, and we're both comedians. So when you see a comedian, you could tell whether they're having a good set or not, if they're good, if they got game. And now I'm biased. When I see my son going to game, I'm like, oh, see, when are the coaches going to see the explosion? Look, he's making plays, even if he missed. He's, you know, coach used to say, I don't know if your coach used to say this, if you make a mistake, do it at 100%. And that's what he's doing. I say all that to say, man, you heard of 2 Chainz. My boy got 2 sacks in one game, man. Almost got 3, Kamal. It was a proud moment, man, coming off that end, dude. First when he lifted the quarterback's back up, ball came loose, I'm pretty sure, because I was so jumping up and down. I didn't see it. I didn't see, you know, and I didn't get it on film. I usually film every play. And then the second one, man, was just you know, coming on that quarterback's back. I got him again. Almost got a third, Kamal, and the guy got out of his hand and threw what would be kind of like, I don't know if it was like the go-ahead, but they ended up losing. And so, you know, it sucks. But I don't know, man. Two sacks for me. I'm happy about it, man, and I'm hoping that things continue to improve for him, next week and the weeks to come, dog.
Yo, is it one of those cases where it's like the guys in front of him are like, like I don't want to say favorites of the coach, but it's like, like the coach is loyal to his guys and he doesn't consider your son like one of his guys.
That's what it feels like. I mean, like I said, it's really hard, man, when you show up right before the season. You pretty much missed training camp. You were lucky to even get in. He got cleared by the CIF the day of the first game. That's the other reason why he wasn't starting, because he wasn't running with the ones. But yeah, it feels like it to me without getting too much into it, and haven't really talked to the coach about it yet. For another long story that I'm not gonna have time to get into right now. But yeah, it feels like if I had to just say, it's like, okay, yeah, coach already had his mind made up with who he got. In my opinion, I'm like, so my son's fear is that there's a junior and a sophomore ahead of them, and that these guys have more time to play in the future. So that's why they're, coach is focusing on them. And I'm like, did he tell you that? Because that sounds like some shit you told yourself. Because me as a former coach, Kamal, you as a current coach, if I got a transfer, I'm going to try to find where to put him. I'm going to put you on special teams. I'm going to put you everywhere I can. If you're outside linebacker, defensive end, I might move a guy around just to have you on the field, especially when I can tell you can play.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why that's going to happen, but I'm happy that my boy's getting more and more time. It's just not as fast as he wants. Coach told him, man, I'm going to keep working you in, be patient with me. So my advice to my son is, man, take the man at his word. And just don't get discouraged, because once you get discouraged, man, your attitude will be ruined and it'll show, and, coach ain't going to want to fuck with you.
Not at all.
Coming up, man, we have a Dear Erby from a man who wants to know if he should sign off on his wife moving in her girlfriend and starting a throuple. What would we do? What should he do? We're going to tell you next. It's the MRA Podcast. You need some advice in your relationship
and can't afford a therapist?
Yeah. Hit us up and we'll get you through this.
We won't even charge you a copay.
Exactly. The Dear Erby letter is our longest standing segment on the MRA, dating all the way back to the webisodes. This is where we truly save relationships one listener at a time. We've saved marriages,
encouraged divorce,
taught a guy how to please his woman,
encouraged divorce.
Yeah, so hit us up for advice and we'll help you out. Send your emails to dearerby@themrapodcast.com. That is dearerby@themrapodcast.com. Let's get in this Dear Erby letter.
Let us.
Dear Erby, my wife and I have been together for 15 years. A couple weeks ago, she told me she has a secret. Her best friend used to be her girlfriend. My wife tells me there is nothing going on with them, and she promises me she would never do anything behind my back. But, like lean on me, but she says she wants me to consider moving her friend in and starting a throuple. You don't know, that's like a couple, but for three. Before y'all get excited, my wife says I can't hook up with her bestie. Oh, man. Because she can't handle that. Wifey can't handle that. Okay. Besides, her bestie is not into men anymore. Well, my wife ain't the only one with the secret. I used to have sex with her best friend, too. Whoa. So I know she's into men. I've got to have a talk with my wife about this, but I'm not sure how I should handle it. What do y'all think I should do? Should I sign off on my wife moving her girlfriend in? Come on. That's from Tony in Ontario. What you think, dog?
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, man. Now, that's pretty heavy to lay on somebody. Hey, listen, my best friend, they used to be my girlfriend, and I want you to consider her coming in and us having like a throuple, but you can't smash. What? I can't handle that. So that's really mad selfish on the wife, man. She's basically saying, let me move my girlfriend in. Be a throuple, but you can't poke. I can't handle that. So it's just me and her, really. And I get some swipe every now and again if I want that. I don't know, Tony, man. I know you used to poke the best friend back in the day, but this seems like, man, you might be getting phased out. You might be the odd man out slowly. And if you don't be careful, you opened up the door and let yourself get kicked out. This one I'm saying no, man. I get it, man. I know a lot of dudes like throuple, but that's not what I heard. I heard move my girlfriend in. You can't smash. Those are the only two things I heard. What's the point? Why would you do it? What's in it for you? Now, I understand you believe, good things are going to happen for you down the road. I'm talking about your wife's thinking. Your wife's thinking is, I'm going to have my cake and eat it too. Now, you might have some long-term plans. You might be playing 3D chess right now, and she's playing checkers. But damn it, man, I don't know, Tony. I think your wife's being selfish. I think this is one of those things where she's saying a lot. She's saying a lot by saying just a little. And I think what she's saying is, you in her days, I don't know if they're numbered, but like the shit that she's used to or what you're accustomed to, those days are over. Those days are over. And she's looking for something new, and she wants you to sign off on it. Maybe it's because of protection. Maybe it's because of appearances, just having the man, in the relationship. Maybe she wants you to be, what is it called, a beard? I don't know what the other version.
I don't know what that is either, but yeah.
You know what a beard is?
Yeah, a beard is when somebody is gay and they're pretending to be.
The beard is the woman, right? Like
the beard is when a woman.
Yeah,
it's with a gay man, and she's the pretend wife.
Right. So I don't know if it's the same term.
Yeah.
When it's reversed, but I think that's what she wants you to be. It doesn't really want you to, to know that. So, again, my vote is no. And honestly, I don't know how much you're into your wife. But I would start, packing my shit, man. It might be time for me to move on after 15 years, man, because I don't think she's coming back from this.
Well, we're coming back, and when we do, I'm gonna weigh in. Yo, what's up? I'm Kyle.
And I'm Kamal.
And you're listening to the MRA Podcast, where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. Kamal, well said as usual, man. And I agree with you. Not all the way. That never happens. I agree with you when you said their relationship is in peril. I might say it is over.
It's over.
It's over, like Raj said in What's Happening.
Over.
However, because it's over, in football, to get in my Bill Cosby storytelling style, now, in football, they have a thing called a free play. That's when the quarterback snaps the ball and the defense crosses the line, and there's a penalty. But you still get to play out the down, and if you score a touchdown, if you do anything positive, you get to keep it. That is why they call it a free play. My man Tony in Ontario, you now have a free play. Your relationship's already over. You might as well see how it will be with this other woman moving in the house. And I'm not saying it just purely as a lascivious dude that's trying to bust a nut in some variety. I'm saying it as your relationship is struggling, I'm guessing. And this woman might take some pressure off of you. Like, there's another side to having your wife's girlfriend in the house. Number one, thank God it's not a dude. And number two, you don't have to do all that damn talking. Her homegirl's there, right? I'm not sleeping with two women in the bed. That's just not happening. But maybe you don't like sleeping with your wife. I know I like sleeping alone. Maybe you like sleeping alone. Kamal, do you like sleeping alone?
I love it. I live for it, actually.
Exactly. So now that's another thing where it's like y'all sleep together. I'm going to go sleep in this other room or whatever. And now you're going to get that, starfish sleep. Oh, thank you, Jesus. So there's benefits to this, man. And then the third thing is, what if there's chemistry between you and old girl? You might be able to work on your wife to accept once her trust gets there and you ain't losing your man to this woman, and maybe things will get better. Maybe it'll get worse. But if you let her go, if you tell her no, by the way, y'all, she gonna die. You got to either tell her, if you tell her no, you might as well go. But if you tell her yes, this might work out in your favor. I'm going to say it like that, man. And, it might give y'all legs. I don't know if y'all got kids. I didn't see that in the letter. But, is it fair to say most marriages have kids, or is that
after 15 years? Yeah.
Most of them, you would think. And I mean, the smart ones don't. But most marriages have kids. I'm telling you, man, the kids are something, man. Not to diss the kids, but that changes the dynamic of the marriage, man. It makes you want to stay together because you're playing for something bigger, but also puts a strain on the marriage because a lot of times one of them starts to focus on the child, as they should, and the other one starts to feel neglected. So I'm not sure if you guys have kids, but if you do have kids, this is more of a reason to try to keep it together, man. And you never know, man. This thing might give your relationship some legs. Where can we find you?
Twitter, Instagram, and Clubhouse at Angry Kamal.
Beautiful. I am at Kyle Erby 13 on Instagram and TikTok. At the MRA Podcast, where you can find us both on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And on Kyle Erby's YouTube is where you can find us, the video version of this podcast. You can see Kamal and I looking into the camera, pretending to look at each other as we do this, like, what is the show with Jalen Jacoby? Is that what it's called? Jalen Jacoby?
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever, you get the point. Right?
Up in the morning with some shit.
Yeah, whatever. Jalen and Jacoby, you get the point. They're next to each other. They got the fucking pictures behind them and all that shit. Kamal's got his fucking Detroit basketball bullshit. Anyway, man, so disrespectful. I'm so sorry, man. KyleErby.com is my website. You can see some of my commercials I've done, some of the things I've done. The MRA Podcast is where you can find out. The MRAPodcast.com is where you can find and hear all 211 episodes. Kamal, like a 211, we are still in their hearts. How about that?
That was good.
Man, thank you, man. Hey, man, Kamal, you bring it every time, man. I appreciate your insight, your hard work, and all that bullshit.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Man, I'm happy to be here together. No, you know what. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
All right.
MRA.